Life interruptions. Many of us do not like our lives interrupted. Don't interrupt me while I'm watching a football game. Don't interrupt me while I'm talking. Don't interrupt my sleep. Don't interrupt my quiet time. Don't interrupt my Bible study. Don't interrupt me when I'm spending time with my man. Don't interrupt my life. Don't interrupt my job. God, what are you talking about? You want me to leave my six-figure job and become a preacher? Don't interrupt my life. Many of us get highly upset when people interrupt our lives. But many of us, we don't appreciate the fact when God interrupt your life either, because God will turn that joker upside down without your permission and don't care if you get angry about him interrupting your life. You don't like to be interrupted, but if you have a call on your life that God needs you to answer, he will interrupt your life unapologetically and have you looking around like, what happened? God is funny like that, but God is definitely a blessing, and God know what he doing. He do what he do. He don't do what he do well. He does not make mistakes, and wherever he wants you to be, if he wants you to uproot and move to another state, move to another country, whatever he wants you to do, he gonna get you there by any means necessary. If he got to take everything away from you to get you there, he gonna get you there. But the divine interruption isn't always bad, because people will leave us in situations where if God don't step in, it's gonna be total destruction, totally chaotic. There's no hope, no point and no return. But God steps in the midst of whatever it is, or right at the end, right when you didn't know how things was going to turn around. The but of God can also be a good thing. That divine interruption is powerful when God shows up. God lets you know you can't put your trust in man. Don't put your trust in princes, horses, chariots. Don't put your trust in nobody but the Lord. But you got to do what God tell you to do and be what God tell you to be. Because if you don't, that divine interruption is going to be highly upsetting until you figure out and get in position and in place and move the way God tell you to move and go where he tell you to do, to go and lead that six-figure job and do what he tell you to do, and knowing that he gonna take care of you, because if he called you to it, he gonna bring you through it. You know, where God guides, he provides. But many of us, we miss that because we don't know, with the uncertainty of everything that's going on, that's happening. How can I do this? As if God is not God, who already has everything into position and into place. Many of us forget that when Jesus said it is finished on that cross, everything that is going on in our lives, it is already finished. It's already provided. The way has already been made. It is us who get in the way of what it is that God is doing, and then we get upset when God interrupts what God ordained for us. The divine interruption can be easy for us when we say, okay, this is you, God. I'm just going to do what you tell me to do. But that human nature, that ain't what we gonna do. We want to know what, where, how, when, why would you send me here? Why would you call me to go to this state? And then when I get here, everything crumbles and falls. Because I need you to build it the way that I want you to build it. If you build it the way that I tell you to build it, they will come, no matter how different or how strange it is of what it is that you are building it. Build it the way that I told you to build it, and the people will come. The walls will stand. Everything around it may fall, but what I told you to put into position will stand. But we look at what the books, the history books and the business schools and the law school and what everybody else has said, that this is how you do it, the models and the makes and the methods and the things of that nature that people put into position, and we don't follow God. And God starts interrupting and shaking that thing and causing it to fall because he ain't in it. And we're upset. And then there are many of us who we are happy for that divine interruption. Because God's interrupted what man left me to fend for myself and didn't have anybody but God to interrupt and turn the situation into what it needed to be in divine alignment and orchestrated in the flow and the plan of God's will that he had for my life all along. So there are buts of God, the divine interruption. But we have to figure out whether we gonna say, okay, God, I surrender right from the door, or whether God got to send the winds and the waves and the storms, the thunder and the lightning and everything to come by for you to see that this is the butt of God, the divine interruption. Thank you, God, for every interruption. We thank you for how you step in when we don't know how things are going to work out, when we're at the end of the rope and you turn that thing, you twist that thing, you open that door, you make that way, you break through things to get us into rooms and positions and places and abundance and open doors and things of that nature to get us where you have called and ordained for us to be accelerated and catapulted into. The divine interruption. It's a good thing. You might get mad at people and you might get mad at God. But when God interrupts your life, it's always intentional. It's always purpose. You may not like it, but you got to respect it. It's God's divine interruption. Be blessed.